Good afternoon and welcome to Zion. On behalf of council, we'd like to welcome you here this afternoon. We thought one of the things that wanted to make sure we did prior to our opening of church this coming Sunday was to kind of give you an update and give you a preview as to what you can expect when you come to church this Sunday. As you know, in the past, since March, we have been offering a hard copy service as well as a video church service. Those have served us well, but it's always been our goal to try to get back to some type of in-person service as an option for those who, time and circumstance is right for. No matter what service option you choose, we will make sure that we have it available for you, whether it be in a hard copy service, whether you continue to watch the video service, or take the opportunity to visit us as part of an in-person service. So as you visit us on Sunday, we'd like to show you some of the things that have changed and some of the things that you can expect. Like all the things that have happened during this pandemic time, some things have changed to the point where we may need to take a look at things so we can be familiar and as to what to expect. As you come to church, you will have two opportunities to move in, either through the sanctuary doors at the front of the church or the fellowship hall doors. We will have seating arrangements in both areas, because of the social distancing aspects that we're responsible to cover. We've had to use both spaces in order to accommodate the majority of those of you who are planning to attend church services. So let's take a walk inside and just see what it looks like, see the sanctuary, see the seating arrangements that are there, see the changes, see the options that we've had to put into place in order for us to provide you with a safe and meaningful church service. So if we can head for the front door. First, as you come up the steps, you will see that we have some signs which say, for your safety and ours, do not enter if you have recently had a fever, a cough, shortness of breath, or other COVID-19 symptoms. We ask you at all times when inside the church to please maintain a 6-foot social distancing between each other. And most importantly too, we ask that you please wear a mask when inside the church. Let's go inside so that we can begin to see what it looks like from the inside. As you enter the church, you will be greeted by a greeter who will, first thing they will do will be to walk up and take a quick scan of your temperature to make sure that you have no fever and that everything's good to go from that standpoint.
You're good?
And then because we've asked you to come in, you've handled that doorknob right there, and we'll just give you a quick squirt of hand sanitizer, and then you'll be able to, at this side, put your offering at your leisure, either as you come in or as you leave. You'll be able to pick up a bulletin. We also have available to you extra mask, either the cloth mask or the disposable mask, and some extra hand sanitizer. Probably the biggest change for you that you're going to see is the sanctuary. The biggest drawback that we've had over these past 7 months is trying to find available space to accommodate all the members who want to participate in an in-person church service. But we're being hamstrung by the social distancing regulations that are put out by the CDC, by the governor of Virginia, and as well as our bishop, who says that we should again follow all those particular guidelines when it comes to social distancing and safe practices. As we walk down, you're going to see a variety of colors. We'll have seats available for you, and then we have social distancing areas marked off. As you can see here, we have sort of a green space for you to sit, and then the social distancing aisles, and then another particular place to sit and move forward down to the church. We will have ushers to begin with to help you with seating. We will be seating from the front of the sanctuary to the back in order to reduce any crossing over and continue to maintain our social distancing guidelines. And so you'll be seated up front when you come into the church. As you leave the church, ushers will again help us empty the church from the back to the front, again trying to reduce and maintain our social distancing guidelines from that standpoint. Once, as far as the church service goes, it will be a normal church service to the best we can. We will have a communion in which Pastor Smith will go over. Excuse me there, Pastor. I apologize. I did visit him today. That's why it was on my mind. I apologize. We're not going to redo this video. But anyway, moving on. We will have communion, and Pastor West will review the process for that as we get into the service. Probably the biggest change that you'll see is that we will have no singing as part of our, providing for your safety as well as others during the service. Otherwise, the service should be pretty much maintained the way it is in normal liturgical order. As we move forward, we will see that we will move downstairs and look at the fellowship hall and show you exactly what that looks like. Likewise, it'll have the same basic themes that we'll have social distancing, and that we will have a church service. The church service downstairs will be a little different in that it will be broadcast from the balcony. Patrick Height will be filming it, and there'll be a live feed down to the fellowship hall into our TV, and then you'll be able to participate and see that way. Let's walk downstairs. As you walk downstairs, you'll begin to see the seating arrangement, again, all within the guidelines of proper social distancing. For those of you who would like to see about opportunities to sit in the sanctuary, we'd ask that you come to the sanctuary doors at the front of the church. For those of you who would like to be seated for this particular week's service in a fellowship hall, then we'll have the fellowship hall doors open and available for you. Just like you came in, we will have a greeter who will check your temperature, give us, do a quick temperature check and give you a little bit of hand sanitizer, and then ushers will help with the seating as we go. You will have, again, the same opportunities to provide your offering, as well as we will have bulletins, additional masks, and hand sanitizers for those who may need extra. As you walk through the fellowship hall, you will see that we've tried to set up an area where the TV will be part of the broadcast that Patrick will be sending down. We've tried to keep it in a way that is also somewhat similar to the altar upstairs, as far as trying to provide you with a comfortable feeling as far as that goes while in the fellowship hall. As far as anything else, we'll continue to go through a normal church service like we're doing upstairs. You'll be participating just from the fellowship hall. This opportunity in the fellowship hall has allowed us to be able to try to put this in-person service together. And because that way, based on interest of people, we will have enough available seating for us to get back into in-person service. I'd just like to take a couple minutes here as we close to talk about a few things. First, I'd like to thank each of you, the entire Zion Congregational Church family. Through the past 7 months, we've had to endure quite a bit. We've all been anxious. We've all gone through the ups and downs and the stressors that the pandemic has given us, for lack of a better word. Throughout that time, council has been very concerned about doing what is right and what is safe. We have done the video service for quite a few months now. We felt at that period of time it was the safest option based on the data that we continue to receive and to what was the safest method to provide a meaningful church service. We also made sure that we provided for those who did not have that internet service or that video capacity to receive church. This option today, with the new in-person church service that we'll see on Sunday, will give us just another option to meet the needs of members of our church family. we need to make sure that everybody understands. Each person has the chance to make their own option and choose which is best for them. I would just strongly suggest that you carefully, again, consider what option is available that suits you best, and encourage you to do that option until maybe something else becomes more appealing or more available for you to want to do. We want you to be safe. We've tried to make sure that we have provided safety guidelines as again mandated by the state and by the CDC and the Senate. That's our primary goal from a safety standpoint. From the church service standpoint, we know that we have a wonderful pastor, and we will be receiving a meaningful church service. The biggest thing is now, like we did with the video church services, we had to start at point one. Each week, we hope that we can find ways that we can improve upon what we're doing as far as our in-person services. But that being said, we need to make sure that, in trying to take care of those considerations, that we do not lessen our need to make sure that we're providing a safe and healthy environment, both for your sake and for the sake of others. We hope that you will take time again to consider your options as to which service this week will be best for you, and we will make sure that you receive those. I would say in closing one last thing. If you are not at the in-person service and you receive your video church service, you won't be receiving that service until about the latter part of Sunday afternoons. One of the things that this our internet service capacity at the church, we do not have the strength to transmit a live feed. That's why we've had to do the videotaping on Thursday and then transmit it back to you by YouTube link on Sunday mornings. That's the same situation we're dealing with now. We will have a live feed from the sanctuary to the fellowship hall, but we won't be able to do that outside the church. So Patrick will have to take his video home, download it, and put it on a YouTube or Facebook link for you to receive sometime Sunday afternoon or evening. We appreciate all Patrick has done, because again, that presents one more extra responsibility and I think burden at times, because it is a great thing that he's been doing for us, and we ought to be very, very thankful for that. I don't believe there's anything else I need to share with you on council other than to thank you again. Thanks to all of you for your time, your energy, your efforts during this period of the pandemic, and we hope to see you in church on Sunday, or we hope you enjoy your video service, or enjoy the hard copy that'll be made available to you. Thank you, and have a nice afternoon.